Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Today's cocktail is called Camel Toe. For the Camel Toe, you need 2 to 3 ounces of apple cider, 1 ounce of Aperol, 2 to 3 ounces of Prosecco, a splash of soda water, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and an apple wedge for garnish. So, to make the Camel Toe, you're going to fill a glass with ice. Stir together the apple cider and Aperol, add the Prosecco and the soda, along with a sprinkle of cinnamon and the apple wedges, and serve immediately. And that is a Camel Toe, the perfect fall drink.
You are on an apple cider kick.
I love apple cider.
I can tell. I can absolutely tell. Welcome back to Cocktails Dirty Discussions, you guys.
Hey, y'all.
What's been going on with you?
I have been living my little life, going on fun little dates, traveling, just doing the Medina Monroe thing, getting ready for South Africa because it's directly after Christmas. So when I go to Oklahoma for Christmas, I have to leave on Christmas Day to get back to Atlanta to pack for South Africa for the next day, because I was gonna chance it and leave the day after Christmas and then just go back to Atlanta and hopefully I'm already packed and leaving. Oh, that's doing too much. What if a flight gets canceled?
Oh, yeah.
What if the weather is bad and I'm going to South Africa?
Could you imagine if something like that happened? That would be horrible.
It would be very horrible and sad, and I would be mad. What you been up to?
Just trying to find different classes to take and things to do to fill my time so that I can have something productive. I am going on a date to the, I know, right? We gotta put some sound effects in there. Got a date. Yeah, so, they have that Stranger Things cocktail experience.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. I actually invited someone here. Now, I'm gonna tell the truth.
Somebody's son?
Now, the only reason I did it is honestly, it's a work thing. I have an influencer thing going on with Fever, the app, and we get to go try these different things. But I'm bringing.
That's still very fun, and it's a nice little flex.
He's not gonna know that's how it was.
I love that.
Don't worry about it. He doesn't need to understand that this is actually a work commitment. But yeah. So I'm gonna go to that. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't really watched Stranger Things like that. The most recent season, I guess, or part, however they do it, I saw some parts of that. I watched it. I was staying with a friend, and we watched it. And I was like, we don't have to start from the beginning. And I got too much to catch up on. I want to go back and watch it from the beginning.
I love that show.
Before we go.
It's very nostalgic. It just reminds me of E.T. or something. Are you going to dress up like Stranger Things? They have costumes at Spirit Halloween, and just putting it out there if you want to go and grab one. They have
oh, really?
They have the Hawkins high school jacket. They have a Hawkins cheerleader uniform. They have a 11.
Oh, I want to be a cheerleader.
It's really cute. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make him dress up too.
Oh, that'll be fun. I can't wait. You going to tell us about it?
Yeah. If it goes well, if not, I'll definitely tell you if it doesn't go well. If it goes well, it's something worth sharing. I'll share.
Does he watch the show?
He does.
Okay, good.
He watches this show, so he's into it.
Oh.
And then what else did I plan? I don't forgot. Doesn't matter. We have been trying to, the both of us, we've been trying to prepare for next year. And we do have some exciting news. One of those things is that we will actually be performing at City Winery February 10th and 11th. It's 2 nights, but still buy your tickets because last time they sold out very quickly. And this is going to be a special Valentine's Day event. Also, when you buy your ticket, there's going to be an extra $1 on the website it's going to go as a donation. They're supporting different Black businesses.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's what that extra charge is. But we can't wait to see you guys in February. And if you are signed up on Patreon, you will be the first to know. I don't know if we've made the announcement yet, but just sign up for Patreon.
Yeah, sign up for Patreon so you can get the tickets first. Take the link when the tickets go on sale to the general public and put it in the group chat. Let your girls know. Let your boyfriend know, because I know that nigga don't got no plans. So
this will be so easy. He won't even have to do anything.
He doesn't even have to do
We'll
nothing.
be doing it all.
We're doing the work.
And then you'll probably be hot and ready at the end. Even though they say pussy isn't a present, but I bet if you don't give him none, he gonna be mad.
Oh, Oh, that's a good way to put that.
All right, you said it's not a present.
So I'm not giving it to you. I got you a bottle of champagne.
And
Happy
some cologne.
Valentine's Day.
Well, let's watch these shows and go to sleep. What else is going on? I can't think of anything. So, I guess it's not that important.
If you're interested in being a live show sponsor for any of our upcoming shows that we might be announcing soon, just still send us a message, shoot us a DM so you can sponsor a live show.
Yeah, and if you haven't bought your ticket for the Houston show, if there's still any left, head on over to the Warehouse Live website and you can purchase your tickets. It's going to be a really good time. And remember, that show, the theme is Pimps and Hoes. So we want to see you guys dressed in your best Pimp and Hoe outfits. We'll do a little contest and it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a really good time. And honestly, if you are just now getting your Houston ticket, I got questions. I really got questions. Why are you just now getting them?
If you're a new listener, understandable. Do you travel for work and you didn't have your schedule?
Right.
Other than that, I'm not really sure why you waited. But good luck to you. Okay. Oh, get your game. I'm curious to know.com. Go ahead and order your game. We are working really hard. Y'all just keep surprising us and surprising us. It's challenging trying to figure out how to keep it in stock, but we're working on it. So
and
we've got
it's
more
a blessing.
games coming.
I am not mad.
But we appreciate your patience. We're just trying to figure out how to get everything in. It's like we didn't anticipate this, so we only ordered this many. So yeah,
so bear with
you guys.
us.
Yeah,
and you are purchasing a pre-sale game, okay? So don't send an email saying you didn't read and you didn't know it was pre-sale because it's not refundable.
Okay, so on that note, I guess we can go ahead and move on to I'm curious to know. I'm looking at the notes for next week to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, so this story, y'all be asking for trigger warnings. And I'm just like, oh gosh, but I guess I should start doing that. Trigger warning. This one is about somebody's teacher who was fucking on the student. So you might want to skip ahead 2 minutes.
The students are kids or is college students?
Kids.
Dang.
Okay, so this chick in Ohio, she was a softball coach, was. She was a softball coach and a teacher's assistant. She pled guilty to charges related to sexual relationship with a student. She reportedly begged the student not to tell the authorities about it. This woman is 31 years old. She was an employee at New Miami High School, and now she's facing 5 years in jail after she pled guilty Wednesday to sexual battery and gross sexual imposition in response to allegations she had sex with a 17-year-old student. Her indictment states that she engaged with him 8 different times in April of last year.
Oh, you're in trouble.
In addition to what the child told, they do have recordings between her and the child where Ms. Ryson made multiple incriminating statements in begging the child not to report her to authorities. The crimes were reported on May 3rd, and she quit her job that same day. Prosecutors say that Ryson is not being charged with rape by force, and it is believed that she engaged in criminal activity with only one victim. She was the coach of a girls' softball and basketball team.
She was living with a little girl?
I don't know if it was a little girl or a little boy.
Did they say the grade or the age?
They're 17.
Wow.
She'll be sentenced on November 16th, so that was yesterday, and might be required to register as a sex offender. That's crazy. You're 31 and you decided to fuck on a student, and now you're going to be registering as a sex offender for the rest of your life. Why would you take advantage of a teenager in school? And it's like the teachers, the coaches, those are supposed to be other adults who are looking out and protecting the students, and instead you decided you wanted to fuck around with them. I was wondering if it was man or woman or boy or girl because of the softball, but that's a whole nother
Sound like a sassy nigga. I'm just
I'm a sassy bitch. I am. That's why I recognize a sassy nigga when I see one. We see each other. But yeah, that's it for Weird Sex this week. Crazy story, sad. If y'all are teachers, do not be fucking with these students. Y'all know better than that.
Yeah.
And then why would you beg them? You know these kids know how to record every damn thing.
I do wonder how, like, I be wanting to know the storylines of it. Like, 8 times, like.
So yeah, this was a thing. Y'all had a thing.
It was a thing.
What was
like,
the plan?
And then I wonder, like, was the student like, you better pass me or I'm about to tell?
Maybe, or I want to be on the varsity team.
Right. And she was like, you know you're not good enough for that. And then they were like, well, I'm telling. I just wonder how it went. But, man, sorry, Ms. Ryson, and whoever you did that to, because that's horrible.
Mm-hmm. Sorry to those people. Anyway, keep sending the stories in to the email or DM them on Instagram, because I know we see a lot of these stories on Instagram.
All right, Kiki.
What's
my
that?
gosh, got stuck. And listeners. You know how I'm always nervous about sending nudes or getting too risque in a text because I feel like I'm going to end up on the news.
Yeah.
Well, girl, there is a new app.
Okay.
And it
Tell
makes
me about it.
It's called Amorous.
Oh my God, I've heard of Amorous. I downloaded it and I'm waiting to play with somebody's son.
Oh, well, girl, I found somebody's son to play with, and I was actually playing today. At first, I was nervous to download the app because, sometimes you're like, oh, okay, is this really going to be worth it? Is it going to take up too much space? I don't even care now because it has been so much fun. Him and I haven't even been texting. We've been playing games on the Amorous app.
So what kind of games do they have?
So they have games that, girl, it's just real spicy. So they have a jigsaw segment or option on here where you can send somebody a nude. And let's say maybe you're nervous to send a nude, or maybe it's just a very sexy picture. You send them the picture and it's blurry. It's like a puzzle. It's all scrabbled around.
Up.
Yeah. And so they have to put the pieces together to see the picture that you sent.
That's pretty cool. But like, okay, as far as the safety, you're playing on the app. How do you know that they won't like screenshot it or try and show somebody or what?
So when they screenshot it, you get an immediate alert. And it literally said, let me scroll to it because
the app is a snitch. I like that.
It said a screenshot was taken. It's time for a chat about consent. And I loved that. I said, oh, so we screenshot. And he was like, how did you know? The app, Amorous, told me. But it's really fun. It also gives you different prompts that you can, it'll ask questions, like a spark question. One of the things that it sent my partner that I sent him, it doesn't give you options. You click it and it just sends it. It said, what could make you beg for release?
Ooh.
I was like,
I'm about to pass out.
Girl, I thought I was just downloading it to just like get some content for the show. I actually really love the Amorous app.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It doesn't actually take up a ton of space. Everything in there is safe. It's encrypted. You're not going to be a victim of somebody like trying to screenshot your pictures or share your pictures with anybody. It doesn't happen there. And that's something that I love about it. Amorous, which is AMORUS, is a free app in the App Store. It's also on Google Play. And with subscriptions launching soon, install the app and invite your flame to connect and play. Check it out at www.amorous.net/CockTales, CockTales, or in the App Store. Link is in the description. Again, the website is amorous.net/CockTales.
CockTales. You guys download it. You will not be upset. It's fun. All right. This week we have a lot of topics. We'll try to get through them all. If we don't, we'll just roll them over to next week's. Okay, Kiki, this is something that might sound really weird, and I realize sometimes people think that I say crazy things on this show.
Because you do.
Have you ever dated someone?
Yes.
And, maybe y'all kind of getting serious. You really like them. They really like you. And have you ever been curious about what their type is? Like, you want to see what either their last ex looks like or the last person they had sex with. And have you ever decided to do like a little presentation of the exes and you both show pictures?
Now, see, you always take it too far. So I was gonna say, yeah, I am curious, but the curiosity doesn't last long because I'm gonna find out. So I don't need a presentation. I can find it out myself.
But if you don't know their name or anything, I don't do the whole...
Why I don't know their name?
Well, I don't be knowing their names. Like, I never got that far with it. And me and I think I'm gonna call him Gentleman Bay. We don't do the Instagram thing. So he doesn't follow me on Instagram.
I think that's a good idea.
It's a good idea. I don't follow him. He don't follow me. And I'm just not concerned about what he has going on there because I know how I can get. But we recently, I brought it up, obviously. This wasn't his idea. It was my idea.
It was the presentation part that gave it away.
Yeah, it was the presentation part. I was like,
so you put a PowerPoint together.
It was just a mini one, like on the phone. It wasn't like I pulled out the laptop, connected.
You probably should have, so y'all could see.
We just did a quick little. We screenshotted. We said a couple words about the person, and then we showed. We did it with two people. We did our most recent ex, and then we did the most recent person you had sex with. And
I would never.
The reason why I wanted to do it was because I just wondered, like,
and both of y'all had to do this.
We both did it.
I watch a presentation, but am I presenting anything?
And we were like 1, 2, 3, and then we turned the phones around, and then it was you get to see like what sometimes people say what their type is. Like he was saying that like one day I asked him like, do you think like all of the women you've dated are pretty? And then
my God.
And then I asked him, I was like, do men notice when you are dating someone and you take them in a room and everyone looks at that person? Like, and do you notice if you're with a girl where everyone looks at her and you're with a woman, nobody looks at her? And he was like, absolutely. Yeah. Is that an odd discussion?
It's not odd to think it, because it is something I would wonder. Maybe not phrased that way. But you said it out loud.
I said it out loud. I was just curious.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you get questions answered. Saying them out loud, not creating scenarios in your head. It's a good job. It's just, okay.
And so he said, yeah, you definitely notice. And so I asked him, I was like, do you think that you've been with more women that are, head turners or not? And he said that, I never just, he was like, yeah. He's like, I feel like most of the women that I've dated are,
Was there hesitation?
There kind of was. That's why I wanted to do the presentation, because I was like, I want to see. Now, I would never see the person's person and be like, no, she's not cute. But like, I would never do that. But I was just so curious. I wanted to know, are there similarities in the women that he likes, at least the most recent one? And
y'all should have added more.
I wanted to, but then it can kind of turn into an argument because then questions arise. And so I wanted to do more. I wanted to do the last 2 people you had sex with. Like,
I would like to see your top 5.
Ooh,
the last person you had sex with, your most recent ex, and 3 other people. That's your top 5. That's what I want to see. You can pick anybody. You can pick your best ones. And don't tell me nobody from high school.
And don't tell me nobody from high school. It has to be like at least within the past 2 years.
Well, I wouldn't put a timestamp on it like that, because what if they were in a 2-year relationship or something like that?
Well, the ex doesn't matter. Your most recent ex, but then when you have the people that you've had sex with, it would need to be in the last 2 years.
What if they're not a cheater and they were in a relationship for 2 years? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well,
we know who be cheating, so she's like, no, bitch, I said what I said in the last 2 years. We not worried about the ex because that shit didn't work that way.
So
so y'all do it.
We did it, and it was just interesting. Like the first time we did it, he was like, wow, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting him to look like that. I showed Carlos, and every time, even when I used to date Carlos, people used to be like, he has tattoos on his eyelids. Like, what is happening? And then I saw his girl, and I was like, I'm prettier than her. Like, I was so scared. I was so scared that she was just about to be this bad bitch. She did have really nice hair, and she seemed like a nice young lady. And then we did the last person that we had sex with, and that's where because I said, I don't think we should be asking any questions. That's how I don't remember what all I had told him. So he was like, well, I thought you were going to show me Houston, the dude
that's what he really wanted to know. That's why he agreed. I know these games.
And I didn't. I was like, well, that wasn't the last person I had sex with. And so it was the nigga that we went out with, and he wasn't talking at the table.
Oh.
And then he started wanting to know time frames. Then we started talking about how many.
See.
It kind of went left, and I was like, this was not supposed to happen. And then he was like, yeah, let's just not do it anymore. So then he didn't show me the last person he had sex with, because I had already turned my phone around. I was like,
damn,
no, that's not fair.
That's not fair.
And so we're going to revisit this when we're kind of tipsy and see what happens.
Y'all can say what y'all want about me, but that's why I'm going to stick to my traditional methods of just researching this shit on my own, so I don't have to answer no questions, and I can get all the answers I want. That's very
good.
not. It's not good behavior. Don't be like me. But I'm just telling you what I'm gonna do.
I be needing to know, and I want to see your face when you showing me these people.
Like, are you proud or are you embarrassed?
Yeah.
Somebody asked me. He wanted to know my type, and I said, "Why?" And he was like, "I'm trying to figure out if you're my type." And I was like, "I mean, if he's my type." And I was like, "Well, I don't think I have a type, and you don't look like anybody I've dated." And not to say that that's good or bad or whatever, but it's like, I don't think you want to play this game, you know? And so,
Because he's going to feel insecure?
yeah. Yeah. So what happened was he asked me about some guys, and he asked me about voodoo dick.
And that nigga fine. Did you show him?
I showed him. I said, I don't want to do it. Ooh. I don't want to do it. And I showed him. And then he tried to say something smart about him. And I was like, there's nothing you can say about him. The nigga is fine.
He's fine.
He is fine. And then I showed him. This guy never got a name on the show.
Okay.
Okay, the other guy kind of looks like Chris Brown a little bit.
He's fine.
With green eyes.
You don't know. Does he look like Chris Brown when he's on drugs or healthy Chris Brown? Because I like Chris Brown when he's on drugs.
He's smaller, but he was a football player, so he's still like muscular, but he was like a wide receiver, I want to say. No, he was a corner.
So he's healthy.
Well, it don't matter what he was. He wasn't like no linebacker, so he's not real big, but he's muscly. He looks like he eats food. He does not have that sucking in face.
Okay.
And then I forgot who else I showed him, somebody else. And then I was like, see, now you want to say negative things about these niggas, and they're fine, and you just shouldn't leave it alone because now you're going to be trying to just do too much.
Yeah, just don't say nothing if you see him and
you
really don't say nothing if they're ugly or fine. Just be like, I'm glad we did this.
Okay, well, I saw. Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah, and it's just like now he wants to volunteer to show me. I don't want to see. I don't care. Yeah. I've seen before. I know exactly who it was, and I'm good.
You know, it's interesting talking about the ex and talking to me because it's funny. Like while I was like, she looks good, he was telling me all the fucking degrees she had, and I was like, okay, she's great. Okay, she's a doctor. Okay, I don't care. and then it's another funny thing when you start dating somebody and really getting to know them, and I always wonder, like, dang, like, did I just like. I wonder if any of our listeners fucked with him. Have you ever wondered that? Like, did I take, because I feel like I took him off the streets and I'm like, dang, somebody's daughter is going to be crying on Christmas because they mad that I done took they nigga and they listen to CockTales and they don't even know that I took him. Have you ever thought about that?
No.
No?
Okay.
No.
Like, for anybody I was dating and actually interested in, I haven't really thought about that. But I did start to think about that on the last one, some of the things that she said when she was describing that guy. That's why I was like, I want to see what program it is because I wonder if it's the same nigga, right? And then another time there was a guy, he told me, he was like, I know some, he didn't tell me he was dating these girls, but that's what I'm going to assume because how many times are you really just friends with somebody and y'all sitting around talking about sex podcasts?
Exactly.
I don't believe that. But he was like, yeah, I know some people who know you. Well, they don't know you, but they listen to your show. I was like, guys or girls? He was like, girls. They were asking me how I knew you.
That's crazy.
And I was like, oh, well, all right. Yeah, it is weird. I know if it was somebody I was just fucking, I'd be fucking hoe-ass niggas. So it's definitely some people that listen.
Yeah.
That was fucking.
I would just wonder. If you think that we fucked the same man, never mind.
No.
Don't tell
Why
me.
are you inviting that?
Yeah, I actually don't want to know.
Mind your business.
Another conversation that I've recently had with a man was, what was the most hurtful thing that you've ever done to someone? And I was asking him, and like, what was the most hurtful thing that he had done to a woman as a man? But then I was like, let me ask Kiki, what's the most hurtful thing that a man has done to you?
Done to me.
And vice versa. Like,
I be getting hurt all the time. That's why I don't like committing myself to shit or just even liking. That's why I just be like, I just be fucking niggas because my feelings be getting ran the fuck over.
Mm.
There's a few things that first come to mind. One, getting engaged. 2, having a baby. These are different people.
Mm-hmm.
I just be in fucked up situations. Having a baby. Another is really just wasting my fucking time. You knew that you already were in a real relationship. You're entertaining me as if you want that with me. You're checking me about you thinking I'm fucking with somebody else, and you're telling me all these lies about exclusivity and you want to be together.
That's crazy.
And all of this stuff. But the whole time you have something else going on with someone else, and it's serious. Like, y'all either were already already together or you just decided to be together. Why are you playing with me like this at your big grown age? And then I think that the most hurtful part of that particular situation is he tried to come back into my life later. After you hurt me like that, you want to come back and tell me you love me and do I still love you? No, the fuck I don't.
That's
You hurt me
wild.
so bad. No. Now, as far as hurting somebody else, I mean, I'm such a nice girl. I'll come back to that. I got to think about that for real because I want to
Okay.
give an honest answer.
I think the most hurtful thing, me too, my feelings have been ran through the dirt. I don't even know how I'm still dating as if I've never been hurt.
Yeah, because you better than me because I just be like, I got to sit this shit out for another year.
I don't have too much time. I want to have kids.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about that too. And I was just like, oh, well, go back to your original plan. You're not having them bitches. Call Lil Walker, call your nieces, take them out. That's what it's going to be. Maybe I should start looking at baby daddies. Maybe
Save your eggs, freeze your eggs. That's expensive. That is crazy.
No, I meant somebody who already has a baby and I can be a stepmama.
Oh, I can't be no stepmama because I know I can't love your kids. I just know it. I know that about myself though. I know I can't love your kids how I'm supposed to love them, and they're gonna get on my nerves.
Oh, damn.
But the most hurtful thing, I've talked about him on the show, 6'8" Bay. He really took the cake on it because, like you said, he was just doing so many things that were unnecessary. We went ring shopping. He was making it seem like he just was a whole different person than what he presented. And I see that now. It's if you aren't a part of our Patreon community, I did an episode with one of the women that he cheated on me for and essentially left me for. And it wasn't even that part. There was a part where he was trying to come back in my life, and I was letting him because I was just weak. He used to text me and be like, "How's
We
my
all go
baby
through
doing?"
that cycle.
Yeah, he'd be like, "You're gonna make it through this. Your heart's gonna be fine."
Leave me the fuck alone and check on your wife.
But I was actually listening. I was like, I'm not doing too good. And then one day he sent me a picture. He had finally got his apartment set up. First of all, he was a big ass nigga living in a little 1-bedroom apartment with your big ass. He was 6'8" and didn't have no room to even stretch out. Anyways, he sent me a picture of the setup of his entertainment system. And the girl's shoes were right in the picture. And I remember when he sent me that and I was like, you didn't even have
the decency
to remove her shoe. And then I started inspecting the picture. It was like her shoes were right there.
Zoom in,
a purse was on. And he sent it to me and I was still going through this heartache and pain. And when he did that to me, I don't know if you can really see, he really hurt my feelings. Like I just couldn't believe he did that and made a whole fool of me and just moved on like it was nothing. And so when he did that and I saw them shoes in that picture, I was like, wow, that's hurtful. Like it felt like he stabbed me in my heart. And that might be, some people might be like, bitch, it's just shoes. He did worse than that. But it was just, you didn't have the decency to just care about my feelings.
Back.
Yeah. Like, and I told him, I was like, wow, you could have at least moved her shoes out of the picture.
What'd he say?
He was like, oh man, I should have. I'm really sorry about that, sweetheart.
I remember one of these niggas I was fucking with that was fucking with somebody else. I think he had gotten engaged or something to this girl. And there was like a picture that I saw of, she got engaged. It was a picture of a ring. And I was like, what the fuck is this? What's going on? He was like, don't worry about that. It's not going to last.
It's nasty outside. And that's why.
It is. And I was like upset for me, but then I felt bad for her. But I was like, fuck that. I'm crying for me. I can't worry about you, sis.
I finally watched Where the Crawdads Sing. I watched it on the plane, and I was like, when she walked,
it's good, huh?
It was really good, but I actually don't think she killed Chase.
I do.
I think Tate killed Chase.
Really?
I do, because remember how upset he was when he beat her ass, when Chase beat Kaya's ass?
Yeah.
I really think Tate did it.
But I just feel like he was because that was Tate at the end when they were old, right?
When they got married.
Yeah,
I think he
and
was going to say
like
something if she would have got sentenced, but since she didn't, he didn't say. He was like, I don't need to say anything. Because remember when they showed him give her his beanie?
Yes, I remember that part. But I'm talking about the very end when they were old. And then going through that book at the very end. And she had something in the book that was kind of like, he kind of looked like, did she really do it?
Oh.
But I guess if he did it, maybe she put that in there to be like, I know you did it and I don't care.
Yeah.
You a writer. But I think it's the first one.
it.
Yeah,
Chase
he did
was
deserve
an ain't shit ass nigga.
That was another person. She met his fiance coming out the grocery store, and the whole town didn't fuck with her. We read that book in the book club. By the way, y'all can still join. We read some really good books. Sometimes they're duds, but you just never know until you read them.
Yeah, and y'all need to be reading because somebody sent us a letter about niggas being illiterate one day, and I hope that's not y'all.
Okay, don't join if you're illiterate. We do not have Hooked on Phonics in the group. You need to be able to read. If you can't read, though, we typically pick a book that's on Audible because who's about to be sitting there looking at pages all the time, listen to it, and that's what Siri was doing for him. Yeah, matter of fact, join the book club because we got questions.
If you can't read.
On my path to making better financial decisions, because I suck at it, I have really been trying to pay more attention to the subscriptions that I'm paying for every month. And when I tell you that I looked at my account after downloading Rocket Money, and I realized that I had been paying for stuff. First of all, some apps, I didn't know what they were. I was paying for things like basically twice, you know, when you have a TV subscription or like one of the streaming services to get the channels. Like I already have one channel in one package, but I'm paying for it separate and I didn't realize it. It helps me save so much money because it'll scan my account and tell me, hey, this is coming up. If I'm not using it, I can cancel it. They'll do it for me. They'll even negotiate the prices on something. So yeah, it's amazing. I love it. My life has totally changed, and that's why I love using Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill.
Oh, that sounds like something I need. You guys, the app shows all of your subscriptions in one place and then cancels for you whatever you don't still want. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you didn't know you were paying for. Oh, I need that. You may even find out you've been double charged for a subscription. To cancel a subscription, all you have to do is press cancel, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest.
Get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/cocktails. Seriously, it could save you hundreds per year. That's rocketmoney.com/cocktails. CockTales. Cancel your unnecessary subscriptions right now at rocketmoney.com/cocktails.
The most hurtful thing that I think I've done to a man was letting someone buy me a vehicle and I knew I had plans to end things. And that's probably why I got repossessed. And I just always felt very badly about that because I
remember when that happened.
I do too. And I was just so overwhelmed with joy, and I was poor and I needed a car. And I'm not saying that that's okay. I have thought about it, and that man was so good to me, and really still is. And I just always felt so bad about that. Now, granted, he don't know that that's what was going on, but still, those things it was painful to me. You know what I mean? Like just my behavior during the end of that relationship, and I should have been like, "Don't buy me a car. I'm about to be in Miami wilding out." I should have done that. That would have been the grown-up thing to do, but I was not a real grown-up then.
We all, take some times and we're on different paths. I guess just wasting somebody else's time. Like, I know I don't ever, ever, ever want anything from you. And I've strung somebody along before, and that was not
nice.
That was not nice at all.
Did they ever realize it, though? Because sometimes I feel like women notice that. Sometimes I don't think men recognize when they're being used.
He cussed me out. And his feelings were hurt, and I deserved it. I just had to take it and eat it. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. And I don't know. I think, again, I need to retreat and not date because I'm still hurt, and now I'm turning into the hurt person that's hurting people. And I won't do it again.
Yeah, I won't do it again either. When 6'8" Bae had hurt my feelings, and I told my mom that I was just like, there was maybe about 3 dudes during my heartache when I was just hurting them. And then like I think I started dealing with somebody's husband, and I was reckless. And I told my mom, and I was like, my mom was like, what is going on? I was like, well, I just feel like I keep getting hurt, and I want to inflict some pain on some people. And my mom was like, Medina, that is not.
So you thought about it, and that was the plan.
Yeah, it was. It was almost like I was a predator going out finding weak men and just ready to devour them and ruin their lives. And then my mom said, yeah, that is not right, and you do not do that. And because I also was about
Everybody just thinks you're so nice.
Isn't that great? And I really am, but there is a whole other very dark side, like there is with everyone, but mine is black. And my mom really was like, I'm gonna come out there and whoop you if you keep talking crazy like this. Because when 6'8" Bae did me dirty, this was like a year after, and I wanted revenge, and I was about to call his job and make up a lie and say that he had did something really bad that he didn't do.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and then my mom was like, Medina, you're getting a list over. It's done. I won't do that ever again because I realize, niggas gonna nig and cheaters gonna cheat and people gonna peep. And that's just that's just what it is. I've been on both sides and it's just you live, you learn. But you live to fight another day,
Yeah. I did want to hurt somebody. I did that before, actually, now that I think about it. I said that was evil. It was evil. I knew that I didn't really want him anymore, but I wanted to get my get back. He had played the fuck out of me. And I had to stay real silent about my plan. I didn't tell nobody that's what I was doing, but that's exactly what I was doing. And I hurt him, and I'm glad.
And that's the only way to go through with it. You can't tell nobody. I shouldn't have told my mom.
Yeah, you shouldn't have, because that's the only way you could do it. There was another person. I didn't do anything to him, but a friend did, and this is kind of fucked up. She keyed his car.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He did deserve it.
Ooh. That's a rough one, because somebody might come and lay them hands on you.
I know. I didn't do it, and I didn't ask her to, and it had happened. I heard the screech.
What did he do to make her cheat? He clearly cheated.
Yeah, and then I think it was like after we ended things. Well, it was never really truly ended on time with the conversation or anything. It was just like we at the club one day, and you are with this other bitch, and you looking at me like I'm not supposed to be over here. Why would I not? What? And then you were all in the club with it? I was just with you 2 days ago at the same place. What is going on?
I do wish that people could just be more honest. It is hard, but then it makes me wonder, do you think that right now at our big age, do you think you could date someone who does come to you with pure honesty, transparency, and they're like, hey, listen, I think you are beautiful. I think you're a good time. I don't see a future with you, nor will I ever, but I just want to hang out. But I'm not trying to waste your time.
What do you mean?
If he was like, I don't see if you, like, you are not the type of woman I would wife up, but I would like to take you on some dates, have a good time, maybe we'll travel. Would you be open to that?
Not if he said it like that. But you're not the type of woman I would wife up, but for now, while I'm still in my fun, sowing my seeds.
But I feel like if you don't say it like that, as clear and concise like that, you can fall into the borderline of when women are going to get to the point where they're like, what are we? No, bitch, it ain't no what are we. I told you what it was and how it was from the jump. I think I would respect it because I can now say no. I
like that the option is there. I just wish you could choose words more wisely or maybe do something else. I don't know, because I have had situations where I know we're just fucking. Mm-hmm. We'll go on dates from time to time, but it's a sex thing. It's just a fun thing. We both understand there is no future between us, but we can enjoy each other when we're in the same city and we having fun, and that's it. Maybe spoken? I'll invite you somewhere.
Or you're just saying y'all just both know it, but it's not spoken.
We didn't have a conversation about it. It was just like, it's understood. Mm-hmm. I think we both feel the same way. That's healthier. But I have really unhealthy behaviors across the board. So yeah, I don't. I wonder how I could say that to somebody. I think I would just say, I don't really want anything serious, and just leave it at that. I don't have to say, you're not the type of nigga I would call my man. I could leave that part out. I just want to date and have fun, because that's what I want. I don't want anything. I'm not trying to build a future right now. I don't have to stay with you. I could say right now. And yeah. And then later we have another conversation. Not that that's the best way to do it. That's just realistically what I would actually do.
Yeah. I think men handle that type of, no matter how it's delivered, the blunt way or the sweeter way, I think men handle that better than women do, because then women are taking it personally, like, dang, am I not good enough for you?
That's literally what you said. Yeah, I'm not good enough.
But you're good enough for somebody.
Yeah, but not for him. So I'm taking it personal because you're literally talking about specifically me. Like, I would never wife you up, but I would like to get married one day. It's just not going to be you, not going to be you today, not going to be you tomorrow. Never, never, never will I wife you up. But for right now,
you're never going to get it. I'm telling you right now, if a nigga came to me and said that, I'm punch you in your throat, I would be like, who is you talking to like this? And why did you think it was okay? But on the flip end, there are some people that I wish would not have wasted my time the way that they did and told the extensive lies that they did.
You just could cut out the lying part. Like, why not? Because every time you date somebody, it's not going to be a serious thing. It's not going to turn into something long term. And how do you know? Mm-hmm. And then why do you want to go on a date with somebody who is just for right now? Let's just get to the real meat and potatoes. You want to fuck. Mm-hmm. And I'd rather you not waste my time. I don't need to be seen out with you and let people thinking I got a man. I don't. I need to be out by myself.
I be out with niggas. I think that's why people be so confused about what my relationship status is. Because I am the type of person where it's like, now
if you saw her, you think she was in love. son,
When
or
I'm
daughter.
dealing with somebody, even if we are just fucking, now, I can be very clear about like this is what we are or this is what we're not. But I still like I don't mind holding hands. I don't mind. Sometimes I think it can get confused with people because then you're like, oh well, now clearly we're moving a step further. No, we're not. I just like affection, and that's.
I mean, I
just-
could do that.
Yeah.
But again, that's why I don't need to be outside with you if we're just gonna be fucking, because I don't want other niggas who might see me who would normally try to holler. I don't need them confused. I'm clear, you're clear. We're gonna get this girlfriend boyfriend experience while we're together, but let's just keep it in the house.
I'm going outside with my baby.
Well,
Do you ever wonder if your pussy is still tight?
no.
You don't. I'd be wondering. Like,
Why?
because-
Did somebody say something?
no, nobody said.
Did a tampon fall out?
No, a tampon did not fall out. But sometimes, like, you do Kegels when you be fucking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, lately I've been really having to strong arm my Kegel, and I don't know.
Well, do you do the Kegels while you're not fucking?
No.
That's what you need to do, so it can be stronger when you have a dick in there.
Oh, okay. So it's a little weak. She needs a little workout.
Because it doesn't mean it's loose, but yeah, it's weak.
Okay. Because it can't be loose. I haven't had a baby.
So just because you have a baby doesn't make your pussy loose. It's gonna go back. It's a muscle.
But do you think it really goes back?
Yes, I do think it really goes
But
back.
not like to a fresh start.
If somebody, let's take Tiana Taylor for example. She
Mm-hmm.
popped that baby out and still had tight muscles. It's your vagina. It's gonna go back. It'll be fine.
But everybody don't snap back like Tiana. So some people's is gonna snap back.
The medical professionals, I mean, we don't know we had no baby, but the medical professionals say it snaps back. I think it does. I think you just have to just continue to do your Kegels, no matter if you've had a baby or not. Strengthen those muscles.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can put a tampon in there,
And it be staying.
then why can't a dick move in and out? That is such an interesting question.
I just be wanting to know. I mean, I asked my sex partner, is my pussy tight? He said it is tight, but
Well,
like,
he gonna say that if he want to fuck, even if it wasn't. You
Yeah.
know? Because imagine if he said no. That's such a vulnerable position to be in, to tell somebody something so hurtful.
I was fucking the other night and the nigga stopped and was like, are you faking it? And I was like,
Was it the dramatic voices?
I don't think I'm dramatic. I'm enjoying.
You said that you be sounding like a porn star during sex. That's dramatic.
I'm loud and I am going to make the noises that come with breathing and,
And
having
screaming.
sex. Like I'm like
what do you be saying?
I talk
Are
and
you like
mine's like a oh my god, like it's like
It's probably
that.
the, oh my God. That's
And he
doing it.
really stopped and looked me dead in my eyes and was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "That is really rude." I really
Were you
was so
enjoying
mad.
it though? Like, was it a good session or was it
a
mediocre?
very great session. It was so passionate. Like I was in the middle. I was about to scratch his back. Like it was just a lot. It was a lot of passion. Then I had to do a karate flip over to get him off of me, and I got up and went to the bathroom. And I was really mad because it was period sex. And let me tell you something about period sex. This is going into one of our sponsors for the live show, which I really appreciate.
I thought about them this morning.
You guys, there is a company called Squirtopia. Squirtopia is a small business started by a husband and a wife duo, that is love, who needed a solution to the wet spot. Too much laundry and having to buy new mattresses, all from squirting. But I also want to add in there, I used it for period sex. And like, it was like day 2 period. It was seeping out and it did not even come through the other side of the squirt pad. I put it in the washer, threw it in the dryer. It was good to go like brand new. There was no stain. There was no nothing. They designed the squirt pad, a mattress pad for sex and intimacy to be highly absorbent and waterproof, and is, while still being comfy and sexy. It will keep your sheets and mattress dry so you can just get right back in bed and cuddle. Nobody has to sleep in the wet, pee-smelling spot. It's like a welcome mat to your sex life. Absorbs up to 6 cups of liquid. Machine washable, made in the USA with high quality materials. Whether you squirt, have period sex, anal sex with a little doogie on there, use the pull-out method, or have a messy sex life in general, the squirt pad has your back, literally. Their goal is to empower all people in the bedroom to fully let go and feel free, giving them greater pleasure. Squirt pad comes in 3 sizes. The solo, great for self-pleasure for a travel size, Kiki. The standard fits well on a queen size bed, and the extra large fits well on a king size bed. It comes in 4 colors, teal, magenta, Purple and black. I have the purple one. The website is squirtopia.com. Follow them on Instagram at Squirtopia. That's SQUIRTOPIA. And use code CockTales for 10% off your squirt pad. And you guys will. I wish I would have brought it. I fucking love it.
I'm about to use it because let me tell you how mad I was that I fucked up my new sheets. And I was just like, why do I insist on buying all these fucking white towels, white sheets? I like the way it looks. It looks so clean and you can tell when it's dirty. Reminds you to wash them sheets, clean them up, and they're ruined.
Yeah, and I just love that it actually works. Because at first I was like, when we used it at the live show, and we poured a full glass of water, and I was like, the floor is going to be wet, and I'm going to be embarrassed because we're live, and we're about to be like, ooh, still by. There was nothing even almost came through. It was like nothing, and it's really, I have the extra large. You can scoot over on that. It's just amazing.
It's better than laying a towel down. Because besides the fact that you're going to fuck up your towels, it's going to absorb some, but then it's going to leak through. Now you done fucked up your towel and still fucked up the sheets.
Yep, and now you mad.
And I hate putting a fitted sheet on the bed.
Hate it.
I'll be waiting for the people to come and do it for me.
You rich. So y'all go to squirtopia.com and
I'm
get your
lazy.
squirt pad. You will not be mad at us. On that note, I guess we'll move on to Indecisive Diane.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey, ladies, this week's date idea is gonna seem more like a task, but it shouldn't. It could be fun. This is something you want to do with someone you're thinking about getting serious with, or you are serious with. I heard it on another podcast. Or actually, I read it in a book. Get some paper and a pencil. You and him sit down. Talk about your dreams, your financial goals. Make a list that supports yours.
When was the last time you treated your partner to an unforgettable night?
Well,
Like a Kitten creates erotic gift boxes that makes it easy to spice up your sex life. And I just so happened to have just got one on a weekend that my bae was here. I was like, let me stop and check the mail real quick. And it was my Like a Kitten box.
okay.
Girl. I opened the box.
Okay.
I got the colorful Climax box, and he was like, "What is
That
this? Why
sounds
is there a little kitty
interesting.
on it?" I was like, "Oh, let me show you."
Mm-hmm.
So, it came with a couple cool little things.
Okay.
This is not the packaging,
Right, because I got a box and it did not look like
didn't.
that.
I brought a glove because
glove?
I was gonna pull out the toy that I used, and when I used it, I instantly it was just ooh. Do you see that?
Medina!
I won't even show you guys.
At least I know it works.
Y'all, one of the toys that came in my colorful Climax box was the rose with the tongue. And I'm telling you, me and my partner did like this little like connecting, we were sitting on the ground, his legs are open, and I was like in between him, and we put the toy down there. Instantly, talk about spicing up your sex life. It was hot sauce. It was hot sauce
With a dab of ranch is what it looks
with
like.
with a dab of ranch, and I was like, "Oh, I need another Like a Kitten box."
Yeah. Well, the holidays are coming up. And Like a Kitten offers 24 creatively themed boxes for any occasion that will encourage you to play in ways that you never imagined before. I got a Like a Kitten box too. It's back to the basics, so I didn't do all of that. And I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet, but I plan to use it tonight. Today was a day. As most days are, and I can't wait to unwind with my Back to the Basics box. It had toy cleaner on there. Let me know if you need some. And it had some clitoral stimulants in there and a variety pack of different toys that target different zones. There was like a little 2-prong thing. There was a clitoral stimulator. There was something for my butt, and I forget the other one. I think it was like curved for my G-spot. Like I said, I haven't used it, but I am so anxious, and I think that this would be a great gift because it's way better than like socks.
And they have a variety of boxes.
They have the booty box, which maybe that'll be your
I would love the
Christmas
booty
gift.
box. Sign me up for the booty box.
It has everything you need for anal, whether you're a booty beginner or a pro. There's a jeweled anal plug training kit and also some lube because you shouldn't skip the lube, especially if you're a beginner. They also have the Daring Date Night box, which would be good if you were like in a new situation, or the Flirty Festival box where you still outside. You don't care if it's wintertime. It doesn't matter. You'll save it for the spring, music festival, Christmas festival, whatever. So many different boxes that have so many different things, and they also have some standalone items that are pretty cool too.
I love that. This is such a great little special box that you could give to anybody, a boyfriend or a friend that just has boring sex. Right now, Like a Kitten is offering our listeners 15% off when you go to
likeakitten.com/cocktails and enter the promo code CockTales. Just go to likeakitten.com/cocktails and use promo code CockTales to get 15% off these awesome gift boxes. Again, that's likeakitten.com/CockTales, promo code CockTales. The link is in the episode's description. Okay, it is. We're back from Indecisive Diane. It's time for the advice. If you have a question that you want to ask us on the show, email us at advice@cocktailspod.com.
Okay, this one is titled, A Bitch is Struggling Between Good Dick and Semi-Happy Family Life. Hey, ladies, I just happened to find your podcast just 2 weeks ago when Sunny was a guest. Oh, everybody really liked Sunny.
She was fun.
I had straight girls, including my sister, being like, she's so cute. Like, I don't know why I was finding her so attractive. And I've never been attractive to a woman. I was like, I felt the same way. So here's why I'm here. I'm in sort of a pickle. I'll try to give a quick backstory. I would like to consider myself as fluid. My wife thinks I'm a lesbian and I'm struggling mentally. Anyways, the last time I was in a relationship with a man was about 10 years ago. I got pregnant with my kid and was celibate for like 4.5 years. Year 5, I have my first relationship with a female. Female to be exact. 2022, I've been female to 2022. I've been married to my wife, not my first girlfriend though. For 4.5 years. Since I've been married, I have been begging my wife to use the strap. Begging. I actually purchased one 2 years ago and it's still in the fucking closet. At this point, we're fucking quarterly for the past 2 years because I can't stop thinking about that dick. A few months ago, I celebrated my birthday and my ex-husband called and wished me a happy birthday and told me he had a gift for me. I asked what it was. He said, I have to show it to you. This is already inappropriate. The following week, we had a huge blowout and I packed my bags and went back home. I'm not from ATL. I called my ex on my way home and told him I wanted my gift. He said, okay. He would pick me up. This man went all out, took me to my favorite restaurant, bought my favorite bottle of Rosé Prosecco, and then gave me a birthday card. Inside the card was money and a room key. And inside the card, it said, you'll find your gift here. Bitch, when I tell you... He couldn't get me there fast enough. We get inside. It's rose petals on the floor to the... Wait, she's married, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's rose petals on the floor to the bed with his favorite color red one-piece lingerie. But my fat ass couldn't wear it. It's the thought, though. A blindfold and a paddle. I'm instantly wet like a fountain. He walked up behind me and said, I want to eat your pussy with some ice. I was like, Kevin Hart, it's about to go down. This man ate me, spanked me, and gave me some immaculate dick. Afterwards, we talked, and this man wants me back like real bad. While talking to him one day, I told him that I miss him. The next day, this man drove 3.5 hours just to give me that dick. The sex between us was always good, but I can't allow a man to break my heart again when I currently have stability. I'm so confused, but I can't stop fucking him, and I don't want to lose my marriage. Help. Any suggestions? Sincerely, coming and going. Girl, what is going on? This is how people get killed on Snapped.
You have a whole ass wife at home.
And you sucking and fucking and getting birthday money present and talking about stability. Then why did you take that money?
Why are you dealing with him? I mean, dick is good. I love it. So I can understand that part, but that's why I don't have a wife. Because I like fucking niggas.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like you do
fuck
too.
Who I want to fuck. And I don't want to be worried about my wife at home who is probably trying to make me happy every chance she gets.
And who was probably watching your son while you was out having sex with his daddy.
Let me tell you, I know somebody who was cheating on someone and ended up cheating on someone. The person who was getting cheated on was watching his child while he was out fucking.
That's wild.
And I don't know if she knows yet, but when she does, I would be hot.
It's just you, girl. I think that you're probably not gonna listen to us. You're probably fucking him now. I just personally think you should cut it off and stop, and don't even tell your wife that you did this because this is really bad.
You're playing a dangerous game.
You are, and I also don't think maybe you don't want a wife. I think you just want somebody. You just need a place to live. Because she really said, when I currently have stability. That's not all you need in a relationship. Like, she didn't say anything good about her wife, for real.
She just mentioned that she had one.
Yeah, and I feel bad for that lady. I hope that you can cut this off with your ex-husband because he's just using you for some pussy.
Your wife is going to be so hurt. Are you thinking about that? How much you're hurting her?
She's not.
You need to think about it right now. We just talked about some of the most hurtful things that these people have done to us.
She said, I can't stop fucking him and I don't want to lose my marriage. That don't even go together.
Okay, because do you think you could tell your wife, hey, every now and then I want to fuck my ex-husband?
And if you can, tell her that, well, okay.
Then what you write us for?
Yeah, let her know.
She can't tell her.
Maybe she'll be okay with it. Maybe you should go the honesty
Maybe
route.
she want to try it. Are you willing to share?
That bitch don't even want a strap on in the house, though, so she probably not about to play. She a lesbian. She not playing.
Well, you are playing a super dangerous game because, girl, good luck. I hope you make it out of there all right. Next one. My man is mean. Well, leave his ass. All right. Hey, famous ladies.
Hey.
I've been a listener for forever, and I'm so proud of y'all. I'm definitely a fan, so that makes y'all famous. Oh, thank you. I always like to listen or watch the podcast with my man, so I hope y'all read this so he can hear what y'all have to say. He knows I love y'all so much. Ooh, we talking to somebody specific. Okay. My man and I are in our late 20s. He always says the wrong thing when I come to him with a problem or something that's bothering me, especially if it's a sensitive topic. To me, he has a mean look and a harsh demeanor. I'm trying not to describe him as violent because being mean and being violent are different. I agree. He admits not being very emotional and will say things that hurt my emotional, hormonal ass, especially when it comes from him. For example, if I'm crying about whatever, he'll say something like, "Why are you so dramatic? You have a problem about everything. I don't care about what you're crying over."
So,
I want to slap your ass.
I want to punch him in his throat.
Now say that in a mean man voice. Oh, well, why are you so dramatic? You have a problem about everything.
Where he from?
The deep
swamp?
South. Yeah. He's just angry. He's just like, I want to come home. You have my dinner ready at 5 o'clock when I get home. Where's my supper? Okay. Anyway, I want him to care about my emotions and how I feel. Like, damn, Alexa, play Heartless by Kanye West or not. Okay, I know whoever won't, somebody will. But I love this man. And I know he loves me. I don't question it. Are we sure?
Oh.
We've been together almost 3 years and I have a 1-year-old daughter. Am I really being dramatic or is he really being a dick? Are there just men that show no emotion? How do you soften a man up? Where are the 90s R&B niggas at? On crack. Can't wait to see y'all at the Houston live show. I was at the Atlanta show too with my man. I know that's right. Love, a hopeless romantic. You go first.
Okay, because this is I don't like how he's handling you. It is not nice. And you titled it right. That is mean. And the way that I think the easiest way to soften anybody up is sometimes you have to put it in a way where it's like, how would you said y'all have a 1-year-old daughter together. How would he feel? Sir, I know you listening. How would you feel if your daughter came to you with this issue and said that the man in her life that she loves, and I'm holding up air quotes, he loves her too, is responding to her emotions like this? It's giving you are emotionally unintelligent. And me personally, when people show that side to me, like you have no emotional intelligence, it's very unattractive because if you need to learn how to become emotionally intelligent, you either need to get in therapy or you need to start reading some books if you can't afford therapy. Something has got to change because that's not how you handle someone who is your partner and someone that you're saying you love. That's not how you handle people you love. That's just not. Even if you don't understand what they're upset about, you don't dismiss it. That's how you get cheated on for real. Because like she said, with someone won't, somebody will. Somebody else might slide up on your girl and she might be feeling weak one day because you're not appreciating her. It's just not cool.
If she's having a bad day and she's coming to you about her problems and you feel like it's something so minute, you're her partner. she should be able to come to you with whatever the issues are. And then she's talking about being hormonal. She has a 1-year-old child. She might be suffering from like postpartum or something, you know? That happens a lot. You need to be there and you need to be supportive of her and talk to her. And if you feel like she overreacts to things, maybe she's overreacting because she needs more attention, because every time something happens, she's having to handle it on her own and it's a cry for help. Maybe if you continue to talk to her and help ease her stress, she won't be overacting. She won't be being dramatic. Or maybe that's just her. Like, people, when they're hurt or frustrated, they act differently. And you either need to start respecting this woman's emotions, her feelings, or you need to leave.
Or something. And also, if just to like speak to him also, if you feel like you're not, maybe she comes to you all the time with an issue. If there's ever a time where you're not in a space to receive her complaining, because I get that also. Everyone's not always wanting to hear you complain about something.
Yeah.
You might, it's okay to communicate that. And when we had Corey Leon, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, she talked about how couples should check in with each other. How are we feeling? Is everything okay? You can let her know, hey, sometimes you come to me with all these problems and I also had a bad day and I wasn't in the space to hear you complaining like that. We need to check in and make sure we're okay to hear each other's problems. That's okay too. Have an adult relationship and a conversation. You don't tell somebody, shut the fuck up. That ain't even something to be crying about.
Yeah, you don't do that. That's rude.
It's
and
childish.
If you feel like, even after, if you choose to have the conversation and after the conversation nothing is changing, you're going to have to find a kind way to suggest to her. And you just consider this too, sis. Do I need to talk to a professional? Because you also don't want to be the person that's constantly dumping on someone. I have had friends that have done that to me, and I've even felt like that was me at a point in time. And it's like, I need to back up because I'm constantly calling this person about the things that are stressing me out. But did I check in and make sure that they were okay? Am I being considerate? What do you have a problem you want to talk about? Like, let me listen for a change, and you just need to do that.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And then also consider, because I've also been in situations where somebody you never care about my feelings and they really was cheating on me. So sis, you might want to look into that too.
Yeah.
He might not like you no more.
He might be cheating.
And that's why every time he sees you, he mad. He just mad already because you just here.
Yeah, that could be it. So
tell us how it goes.
All right, so that's it for the advice, and it's time to move on to the cocktails.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cup 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. One double D, so stuffing. Back to the point, is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably see the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, was a hoe.
All right, so if you have a cocktail that you would like to share on the show, you can email it to us, cocktails@cocktailspod.com.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll read the one from the last one that didn't get read.
Okay.
So it says, fuck buddy turns to sneaky link. Oh, this is long. Hi, Kiki and Medina. You beautiful ladies were just what I needed to shake this depression season I was going through.
Oh.
So thank you for being a light in my dark place. You're welcome. So let's hop into my nasty escapades. Last night, this took place in October. My sneaky link came through. We'll call him College. So dude got some attractive qualities about him, such as being tall, skinny, muscular, and bow-legged. Ooh. He also is a mechanical engineer. Quick side story. We met in college for a team, hence name, on a bus headed back to Dallas and had a study session, quote unquote. When we got back to school and 8 years later. Okay, back to main story. He drives a nice car and has his own place in Houston. The basics we need at this big old age. Now, I have a boyfriend. We call him Lion-ass Leo, Medina. Oh, I did forget that I said that because them Leos be lying. Me and College used to fuck almost every weekend or when we could through the weekday. He called himself trying to play the hit and quit game. But we ended up hanging in the same circle, so he couldn't avoid this pussy. One day at a mutual friend's dorm, me and some girlfriends go over to smoke. College is there, and he is checking your girl out. I decided to go back down that path. When he noticed I was not about to chase his ass, he wanted this pussy every free moment I had. I kept our situation low-key since he tried to play me in the beginning. None of my girls knew I was still fucking around with him. Them be the best ones where don't nobody know, not even your best friend. So when my friend hit me up saying College was in her dorms and they was chilling, I was like, bitch, fuck you. She was known for being a hoe. Looking back now, none of that was even worth my energy, but I did fuck her little boo thing just in case. It Anywho,
Not just in case.
College has phenomenal dick. He's African, but like real Americanized. LOL. As time went on, I left school. He continued and graduated. At that time, I was in Dallas getting domesticated and falling in love and whatnot. Before me and my lying-ass Leo got too serious, I would still fuck with college on breaks and whatnot. But he started to catch some feelings, so I had to chill out on his ass. So we had lost contact. One day, scrolling on the gram on a different mutual friend's page, I see College in his Burberry looking all accomplished and educated. And I was like, let me see how he doing. Now, at this point in my life, I have found out some weird ass shit about my boyfriend. Obviously, this nigga cheated. So what do? Oh, yeah, I gets even. I tell my dude I'm going to a friend's and meet up with my sneaky link, whom I haven't talked to in about 3 to 4 years. He's excited to see me. He shaved. I guess he shaved a little too much off because he kept the lights off the whole time. We're having good conversations and all, but I'm noticing I'm passing bedtime hours. So we go in his friend's spare room. He doesn't live in Dallas. And he is asking to fuck my ass. And I'm not sure what gave him this impression, but I'm not for it. I get on top and I'm riding him. And he's like, damn, girl, you done learned some shit. So he takes control and has my pussy wet, fucking me hard because he's mad I won't give him this ass. You better do it. I got home to my nigga feeling better about the whole situation. Forgot about that shit, actually. Now, fast forward maybe 6 to 10 months. I don't know. We had talked on and off, but he never holds a convo. That's when I realized we just permanent fuck buddies. Okay, so my birthday, September 3rd, a terrible last night. My nigga doesn't even fuck me or sleep in the bed with me this night. That's sad. I wake up to a text and here is College hitting my line saying I'm trying to fuck. I obliged and proceeded to get ready and quietly leave the house. But as life would have it, my drunk ass got into it with my friend last night and left my purse in her car because she kicked me out. Girl, yes, on my birthday. Terrible night.
These friends are horrible.
But anywho, I don't make it on the 4th. I don't make it on the 3rd. I go the next day. But he was staying at his mom's house in Dallas. So we basically had to creep around. How old is y'all? So we basically had to creep around, which was low-key fun because it was wonderful to see all the efforts he would go through to get this pussy. We fucked in the laundry room and almost got caught, so I suggested we go to a hotel room, which at this point was playing with time. I told my dude I was going to see my friend again. LOL, same friend, because she's the only one who lives on that side. Eventually, I think his mom gets the point and leaves for a while. We go to his living room and instantly... from all the ducking and dodging, I was wet as fuck. He put his condom on and slid right inside my dripping pussy. He pounded my shit from the back and I felt every inch of him in my ribs. Then he turned me over and stuck his dick hard in me and found out my little secret. I'm a squirter. So he enjoyed the water show as we fucked his mama's couch and floor up. I sucked his dick with my glasses on, and that just about did it for him. He came so hard in my mouth just to reward him for all his hard work. I swallowed it. He smiled so big. Now, here we are, present day. Just last night, I make a trip to Houston. He comes to my mom's apartment, which, why don't y'all got places? He comes to my mom's apartment, which she isn't living here right now, and the ambiance is already perfect. He tells me he is on the way. I take a real nice hot shower, playing with my pussy a little so it could get already wet for him. And as he knocks on the door, I'm pouring up some wine and we sip and talk and vibe with each other. Then he takes me to my mom's bedroom and I fix it up for sex. That is nasty. And he bends me over, puts on a condom and fucks me good and slow. I got music playing in the back so the mood is set. He discovers my toys and starts playing with my pussy with it and teasing me with his dick and the toy. So he had been...
You brought your toys to your mama's bedroom?
To her mama's bedroom. Huh. So he had been complaining about fucking me in the ass. So I finally say, do you want my ass? And he says, hell yeah. And I lay on my back. He slowly thrusts it in my ass. Just as I'm about to tap out, I realize it's completely in. And he leans down and moans. I take my toy and fuck my pussy, making myself come so he could feel me clenching on his dick. He is enjoying what he is doing to my body. Although it hurts a bit, it feels so much more comfortable than my boyfriend's.
What? This is all trifling, and I'm not taking no advice from her. She is getting down. Now, what you say about them sheets when you be fucking in the ass, and that's her mama's bed. You need a whooping.
You need a Squirtopia pad.
You do.
And
at home.
And it feels a bit, although it hurts a bit, it feels much more comfortable than my boyfriend's fat ass dick. He's ready to go back in my pussy, so I definitely ask if he had another condom. He doesn't, so he leaves the house with a hard dick to the corner store, comes back, gets straight to it, spits on this pussy, and shoves it right back in. He needed to maybe shower a little bit because you don't want to get a UTI. He fucks me so good and slow. I am in la la land, coming back to back for this boy. He comes hard, but he stays inside me. He began to pull out and notices the condom is overflowing. So he begins to panic, and we hit CVS up to be on the safe side because I can't go back home telling my nigga I got pregnant by the sneaky link. LOL. Well, hope you enjoyed this little cocktail. Until next time. That was long shit. That was not little.
That was not. That was something. And I am very disappointed in you, sis. I cannot believe that y'all have been fucking, the both of you. I hope that couch was leather. You fucked at that lady's couch like
Both of you,
that.
they fucked up both the mama's couch and the mama's bed. Y'all in the parents' domain.
They work hard. They done put y'all through school. You back home.
And y'all fucking and cheating. Sir.
But I guess I'm glad you enjoyed getting that medium dick in your ass.
No booty hole. I know she did. It feels good. Can you just try it?
I did try it. And you know what happened? I almost died. I'm not going to the hospital for that. I was sending my body into shock. And I was like, never again. And that's the same nigga whose car, his car got keyed. So, no. Mm-mm. Anyway, another one. This is a previous cocktail submission. She said she just sent one last week, but she got another one. I said, I know that's right. Okay, so the other day I got a text from, wait, am I on the right one?
316?
Yeah, 316. It starts off with the sneaky link. That's why I was like, wait a minute. So the other day I got a text from an old sneaky link. Hey, I'm going to be in town this weekend. Are you free? Are you and your man still together? Respectfully, I responded, yes, I am free and single. I know that's right. He was excited about that and said he hit me up later that night and that he was with all the shits, he told me. Do your damage. Oh.
Y'all niggas is nasty.
Fast forward to me arriving at the hotel he was staying in. Well, it's definitely not the same one. We sat on the bed catching up and listening to some sexy R&B. He turned my head to him and kissed me slowly and gently. As we began to make out a little harder and harder, he slipped his hand between my thighs. Fast forwarding again to the good stuff. In Missionary, he choked me while looking directly in my eyes. That's how niggas be casting spells. Mm-hmm. One hand around my neck, the other one holding my calf, pushing my leg to my ear. He got deep inside your soul. He did. One hand around my neck, the other holding my calf, pushed my leg to my ear. The way he slowly stroked in and out of my pussy with that curved dick was amazing. Hitting my G-spot with every other stroke. Flipping me over, he hits it from the back hard and fast, making me grip the pillows hard. He puts his thumb in my mouth, making me turn my face to his. As I moan louder and louder, taking each stroke, he removes his thumb from my mouth, but instead takes each of his index fingers and hooks them to the sides of my mouth. Wait a minute.
You never had a nigga do that before?
Like,
yeah.
No.
And sometimes they do it with 2 fingers. My nigga does that. It's
when he's fucking you?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Y'all are very rough. I'd like to be treated a little bit more delicately. I am a delicate magnolia flower. Can't be doing all that shit. You might shift something loose in my face. Move these lips around or something. Oh my God. What if my filler had migrated up to my cheek or something? Nah, baby, be careful. This package is fragile, okay? We had a few edits over here. Anyway, flipping me over him, blah, 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 blah. As I'm on louder, I lost my place. Okay. He takes his fingers out of my mouth, but not before I catch one with my teeth and bite down as I come on his dick. We get up and he lays with his back on the bed, but his ass is hanging off the bed, feet on the floor. That's how I'm feeling. Okay. I get on top and ride. He grabs and spanks my ass, encouraging me to keep going. That's a good girl. Ride that dick. Good girl. I bite his shoulder as I keep riding, feeling myself ready to come. He keeps talking me through it. And when he says, cream on my dick, that's exactly what I do. But it's not over yet. She put that in all caps. Mm-hmm. This man stands me up, bends me over while he faces the mirror and fucks me from behind, telling me to touch my toes. And that's exactly what I do. I didn't even know I could touch my toes. He's hitting me with rough back shots and slapping my ass. God damn, I'm in heaven. He grabs my arms, pushes me against the wall, and pushes my face to the wall, fucking me so good. Finally, we're back on the bed in Missionary with my legs in the air while he fucks me so good. I moan, grab his legs, his back, anything I can hold on to because I am in pure bliss. Eyes rolling to the back of my head, being choked, loving every stroke. I suck on his dick a bit until he pushes my head down lower. So I do as I am told and start eating that booty hole. I was eating it so good, making him shake and moan. I got underneath him while he jacked off over me and fingered my pussy. Ooh, those fingers were doing the Lord's work. I don't know if it was the Lord's. As I continued to eat it, he continued to moan, jacking harder and harder until he came all over my chest and stomach, then putting his dick in my mouth so I could lick up the rest. When I tell you I needed that night, it is no understatement. Sorry this was so long, but thanks for listening/reading. Love, the good girl.
It was well written.
That was a good one.
I was imagining every
That was a
part
good
of
one.
it.
I need to just save this because maybe I'll try a few of these things. Not the fingers.
Try the finger thing.
Not two. I could do one.
Okay. It still feels odd, but yeah, try it. Because it brings
I'm about
something
to bust
out.
my damn lip. These niggas be getting a little rough sometimes.
Or you ever rip the corner of your lip? That would hurt.
That hurts. And we got a lot to do this week.
Yeah. Nobody's trying to walk around a ripped lip.
And then when it scabs up, it's going to be looking like something else. But
he's the first person to ever do that to me, and I was like, "What is going on?" Like as it was happening in my mind, I was like, "What is he doing?" I felt like
it's kind of like a ball gag without the ball. That's like intro to ball gagging, I guess.
Yeah, it might happen next, but it was very sexy. Surprisingly, I loved it.
I can't be doing all that. I'm doing the diet. It was stressing me out thinking about it. But that was a good one. Thank you for writing that in. Thank both of y'all for writing in your cocktails. I wonder if that was actually the same person. Oh, it wasn't? Okay, so if you guys want to send in a cocktail, send it to us, cocktails@cocktailspod.com. Make sure you check the link in the description where we'll have all of our promo codes, live show tickets, all that good stuff. You can purchase your game. I'm curious to know. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/cocktails. All the good stuff is down there. And follow us on Instagram. We're at Cocktails Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Bean.
And until next week, you guys,
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the drive. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Wait on the track. Wait on the track. I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the drive. Bye. Bye. Bye.